Hello Uber drivers, my name is Murtaza Bhatti. I'm an accountant in Toronto, and as you know, I specialize in filing tax return for Uber drivers. And not only Uber drivers, but people, any driver who's doing any delivery job or all the self-employed professionals. So this video is as a result of a lot of questions that I get from my clients and over the phone that how can we save HST? Now that's a very common question, and it's a very common situation as well, because Uber sends you your income or your earnings in your bank account. But the thing that we need to know or understand is that those earnings are not just our earnings. There's also HST that we collected and is a liability which we need to remit to the government. So since we are filing HST returns normally annually at the end of every year, this amount accumulates and becomes a big amount. And sometimes it comes as a surprise to the driver. Hey, now do I need to pay like $4,000 at HST, you know? So in this video, I'm gonna discuss this situation, right? So as you know that Uber is collecting HST from passengers on your behalf and passing it on to the driver, and now it becomes the liability of the driver to file HST return and send that money to the government, to CRA. Number one thing. Number two thing is that you don't have to send all that amount that Uber collects to the government. Since when you register for when you register for HST, you can also become eligible to claim HST that you paid on your expenses, right? So as an Uber driver, so for example, you have expenses on your gas, your phone, your maintenance, your oil changes, all the HST that you are paying on your expenses to do that Uber rideshare business are claimable. Now, first thing that I want to make sure, and the reason for making this video is to tell you if you're filing your tax by yourself or you're going to an accountant, you should know that how we can save HST. So the first thing is that you need to know that on all the expenses, almost all the expenses, you are paying HST, and that HST you're gonna claim against the HST that you collected. So the collected one, we call it output tax, and the one that we paid on our expenses is called input. So we net these two off and send the balance amount to CRA or to the government, right? Now, HST that you paid on your gas, you'll be paying your HST on gas, on car maintenance, on oil changes, on cleaning supplies, on any meals and this and that, right? You have to remember that you don't pay any HST or insurance or any bank charges or interest and those kind of expenses. Now there are a few expenses which sometimes people forget to claim HST on, because they have paid HST on those expenses, but you forget to claim those. So this video is specifically for you to letting you know that don't forget to claim these HST ITCs, because these are very important. So for example, the first thing is that generally a lot of accountants or people who do it themselves forget is the HST on your car, CCA, like the depreciation. You can claim that HST. So you should be claiming that ITCs you can claim that the ITCs on that depreciation or the CCA amount. So make sure that you do, because this is generally a big amount, and it's gonna give you a very good amount of ITCs to claim against the HST payable. The second thing is that you don't even realize that you are paying HST on the services that Uber is charging you for. So for example, when Uber is charging you, let's say 20% or 25% of the fare as a service fee, right? So you are actually paying HST on that fee. So you have to deduct that, you can deduct that HST paid as ITC and use it and claim it in your HST return. I hope I'm being very clear. So the Uber fees, you are paying HST on those, and you can claim that HST as ITC in your tax return, HST tax return. One more thing is, and in this year, 2021, actually, Uber has started to mention that HST that you paid on their fee as well. Lyft used to do that from the beginning. Like if you look at the Lyft tax summary, they would provide you that information, which they say HST paid on third-party services, third-party service fee, right? Now Uber has started to provide that information as well. The one more thing is that sometimes you forget to claim some GST or HST on tolls and parking and this and that, those kind of expenses. So you've got to be watchful on those expenses as well, because those are the smaller expenses. But why not? You know, keep the receipt, and if you paid HST on anything, you gotta claim that on your HST tax return as ITC. So this is how you're gonna save HST as Uber driver. Otherwise, it's always a lot of amount that you collect. So, but remember, there is a lot of expenses that you made as well. So you paid a lot of HST in your expenses, and the net amount should be, it shouldn't be that too much. Okay. So let me know of your feedback in your comments, and I'll talk to you soon.